Hello everybody, Christian from Treasure Town here, and today we're going to be giving you a really good reminder on why you should flip over your quarters. In my hand, I have a Washington quarter, and I'll do a little close-up after this, but basically you can see, you should probably know what one of these Washington quarter reverses looks like. They were made from 1932 to 1998, and probably the most recognizable. Then they got into the states, the territories, the national park quarters, and now we're on to something different. But there are two known, and that's what's so important about this. It's not that just one of these is out there. There's multiple that have been produced where the coins have two reverses. So the front has the eagle and the back has the eagle, and it's not, some sort of magician's trick or somebody stamped the coin after. No, these actually came out from the mint and have sold separately. One of them sold privately for a rumored very high number, higher than the 40,000 in the thumbnail. Another auctioned off at Heritage a long time ago for about 41,000. We're going to be thinking through what's really going on here, how is this happening, and also giving just a good reminder again, look at your change. This stuff gets found. Now, I'm not saying most people will never find this stuff, but it's so cool to be educated on what's out there when you have all these, $15, $20, $50, $100,000 coins turning up. Maybe it's once a year, but people really find stuff out there and it pays to be educated. Plus, I just really am interested in sort of the history and the coin collecting aspect behind it. Anyways, let's go to a presentation and I'll show you before that just a close-up of this coin so you know just what to look for. And as promised, I've got a Washington quarter here to show you just what to look like up close, but it's just going to be unbelievable because you have this on one side and then you flip it over and then this is going to appear on the other side. So I have a PowerPoint presentation. I want to show you that. We're going to talk about sort of how did these come to be, also a little bit about like where they went, who they were sold to, and where they're ending up now. But anyways, let's get right to that presentation, looking for coins with this on the front and this on the back. This video is sponsored by Whatnot, the fastest growing live stream shopping and auctions app for your collectibles, including coins and paper money. I'll be selling a ton of coins, errors, varieties, world coin grab bags, paper currency, and precious metals over the next 2 Wednesday nights, May 25th and June 1st, and hope to see you there. I have a link in the description that'll give you a free $10 to spend on the app. We'll also be giving away about $500 of Morgan dollars and silver each of those 2 nights, so be sure to hang out and remember to go through that link. I really like how you can see the coins up close, their condition, and then have a nice, easy payment process through the app. So I'll see you there, and let's get into the video. And here is the coin that sold at public auction in 2006, but before we go any further, I do want to say I was actually wrong. There was recently, I did a little digging, a third one of these that came to market and was really more just discovered in 2017 and purchased by Fred Weinberg, a major error dealer, and I'll have a little more info in the next slide. But just this coin was an extremely important coin in the sense that before this it was thought to be impossible until a different specimen was discovered and authenticated a few years prior to this sale back in about 2001. It immediately made a bunch of coin news headlines, and that coin actually was bought by Tommy Bolak, who I sort of named the Sacagawea quarter mule coins, the Bolak specimens, because he owns something like 12 of them. But that was and this were both authenticated by the Secret Service as well as NGC, and we have strong luster on this example. One thing to note is that this side was actually struck twice, so there's a little bit of distortion. This presents pretty normally, where on this side it was struck by a blank planchet on top of it. There's some indent that really visible sort of through the lettering in quarter and then DO, but that's why there's some weakness and just an odd sort of effect to it. It was struck twice, and it was found in a California safe deposit box near the year 2000, and it was auctioned off by the state of California, and that included a lot of other errors that had been struck in the mid to late 1960s, likely, in a not like authentically, but somebody sort of just made the errors themselves and then clandestinely, took them out of the mint. But this was initially paired with that other clad quarter, and it was rumored that Bolak spent about $80,000 to acquire that. So this auction result in 2006 was a little bit lower actually, but still in an extremely a rare class of coins. Unlikely that we'll be able to find them. However, a little bit more of a mystery. This coin is Mint State 62. It was purchased, again, at a coin show in 2017 and was graded this time and authenticated by PCGS. It weighs 5.6 grams, which is just 0.07 grams lighter than the standard weight, so it's well within normal, perfect coin alignment when you flip the coin over, and a really sort of pleasing appearance. And there hasn't been any public auction data for this coin, but I think it's pretty noticeable and telling, and maybe encouraging that there are still some of these, whether they're just coming to market. I mean, if that had been in somebody's collection and they didn't look closely enough at it, they could have just spent it, and it could have ended up in somebody's pocket change. I'd try not to sell too much the idea of like every quarter is worth money, but I still think at the same time that that's a pretty cool find, and just a pretty cool thing to come up after well, at least 20 years, call it, because 1998 was the last time they were using that reverse. But really exciting to think about. Flip over all of your coins. There's also different ones. I think I'll make a video eventually. There's a nickel with 2 obverses, a dime with 2 reverses. Just fun to think about, and I'll see you on some future videos. Thanks for watching the video. Be sure to like, comment your thoughts, and subscribe to Treasure Town, and get in touch with me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Also, check out my website, treasuretowncoins.com, for news and updates related to the channel and collectibles in general. Lastly, there's a link tree in the description with links to all of my other sites, as well as some affiliate links that can support the channel. But with that being said, have a great day, and I'll hope to see you on some of my videos in the future.